Elizabeth? Is it okay? Have you ever wondered how the chief priests, the elders of the people, the Pharisees, and all the teachers of the law, how they believed in the coming of the Messiah? Because the prophet Isaiah in chapter 9, verses 6 through 7, for us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. Okay, from that, the Pharisees and all those other people were really blinded when Jesus came. They did not know that Jesus was the Messiah. Jesus has the power of God. He healed the sick, walked on water, fed 5,000 people, cast out demons, healed the lame, raised the dead to life, and forgave people's sins. In Matthew chapter 27, verses 32 through 54. As they were going out, they met a man named Simon and made him carry the cross. They came to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. Above his head, they placed a written charge against him. This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. People were saying, you were going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days. Save yourself, come down from the cross if you are the Son of God. About the 9th hour, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me? He's calling Elijah. Now leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him. Jesus cried out again in a loud voice and gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two, top to bottom. The earth shook, rocks split, tombs broke open. Holy people who died were raised to life. When the centurion and those with him were guarding Jesus saw what had happened, they were terrified and said, surely he was the Son of God. Jesus died for you and me and everyone in the world. We all are God's children. He loves us so much that he sent his son Jesus to die for our sins. With just a few words of asking for his forgiveness, he forgets what you have done because you are a new person in his eyes. He loves you no matter what sins you've done. He loves you more than anyone, even when no one else does love you. He cares, and it always will stay that way forever and ever. When I read that Jesus died, I was mad at the Pharisees and all who plotted to kill him. Jesus returns to life in Matthew chapter 28, verses 8 through 10. Jesus came to the woman first because they had faith in him. Jesus met them. The woman fell and worshipped him. Jesus said to them, do not be afraid. Go tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me. I was so happy when Jesus rose again in 3 days. The funny thing is what the Pharisees thought when Jesus talked about the temple being destroyed and him raising it up in 3 days. Jesus was talking about himself. I don't even think the Pharisees got what Jesus was talking about. They didn't believe the woman when they came to them. I'm glad that Jesus died for my sins. Otherwise, I would be going to hell automatically. Jesus is coming back so soon, so be ready. He'll be as fast as a flash, but faster. In the blink of an eye, because when he comes back, Jesus is taking all the believers with him to heaven. And if you're not a Christian, then you're going to be left behind. I want to see each one of you in heaven with me. So if you're not saved, get saved.